In this video I show you how I go from a quick thumbnail sketch to a roughly finished painting. We mainly use painting with the occasional photo bash in between, and yeah, in the end we end up with a roughly finished painting. It's not the most amazing painting I've done, but as I said before, I'm still quite rusty. I'm still getting sort of warmed up in the process. I had this sketch laying around. I made it like 2 years ago. It's from 2001, and I didn't really know what to do. So I thought, you know what, let's refine another sketch, and in the meantime, I can let my head go around and think about stuff. So I think we're gonna do the plain April. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Um, as well. I'm not gonna do a video every day, of course, but I'm gonna do some paintings. I'm not sure if I do one every day. I want to do May Sketch a Day, so that's gonna be next month, and I think I'm gonna do a quick sketch video every day. I'm not sure if I'm going to do shorts or just regular videos. I think I'm gonna do regular videos. And the plain April, I will probably do a video this Friday. But there's gonna be multiple paintings in one video, I think. Um, and so to make it a little bit more interesting, and I'm gonna try to set myself a time limit per painting. I don't know if there are any rules other than it has to be a plain air painting. Of course, I'm not gonna be outside with my computer because that's gonna be a little bit hard. But I have some photos collected, and Google also has some nice photos, so we're gonna do it that way. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about this little painting here. So a lot of it is just brushwork and refining it. In the beginning, I copied the house a couple of times, put it around, and I thought, you know what, we need sort of a bit of a tower, a bit of a point of interest, which I put slightly on the left, almost in the middle. And with a couple of photos, we tried to make the image a little bit more interesting. I'm not totally happy with how this one turned out. Not very happy at all, actually. So at first I thought, I need to do something else. I can probably do a lot better. I can make a lot. Wow, speaking is hard. I can make a much better painting. Um, and it's probably going to be a better video. But then I thought, you know what? It's all about the learning. So let's put the mistakes up on the channel as well. I'm not really happy with the perspective. I keep struggling with it. You can see me adjusting it a few times throughout the video on the several buildings, and in the end I'm still not totally happy with it. I also struggled with the color. I think I made a mistake by putting the sky there. I don't know, it doesn't really fit the rest of the feeling of the painting, and I thought it was a little bit too narrow at the bottom, so I decided to make the canvas a little bit larger and add some water at the bottom, as you can see here, with some reflection. um, yeah, not totally happy with it, but I learned some stuff, and I think that's the most important part, is to learn about your images, learn about your yeah, learn what you can do better, what I did wrong. So yeah, I definitely learned a lot in this one. So yeah, it's mainly just refining what's already there, adding some details, trying some atmospheric fog. Yeah, I struggled with the color and the perspective a little bit. In the end, I decided to go for a bit of an autumn color scene. I also add some chimneys and some smoke eventually, just to give the image a little bit more visual interest. But I think there's a lot of clutter going on, um, and yeah, it it's not my best piece. Let's just keep it at that. um, yeah, what else is there to talk about? I don't know. It's mainly just looking at what's already there and refining it. sometimes using the lasso tool, trying out different brushes. Um, I'm still figuring out what's going to be my favorite. I don't know. I like to pick certain brushes and then sort of stick with that brush for a painting. Um, I used a custom round brush with a bit of a texture. It's a decent brush. Um, I enjoyed it. Here's some more photo bashing. I decided, you know what, it needs a little bit of a point of interest, make it more interesting. Some people maybe, so let's add a little boat so that there is something, so it doesn't really look abandoned. I think in the end I should have added more people, more scenes. It feels a little bit like, yeah, it feels a little bit abandoned. So yeah, that's one to keep in mind for the future. Uh, changing the castle in the background a little bit, changing the position of it, just moving it slightly to the left. I think I didn't really do a good job in designing that. It was more of an afterthought that I put it in. I was like, yeah, it seems like an easy thing to do. Just put a sort of a castle, a big structure in the background, and you add some uh, point of interest, some visually interesting stuff in your painting. But I struggled with actually making it really interesting. So I added a little fisherman to the boat, and then I thought, you know what? If there's a boat, this probably has to be a little bit of a dock. So I struggled with that for a little bit, and then I got distracted. Worked on the building a little bit more, but in the end we put in a dock and actually a person on the dock as well, and some persons in the village. So yeah, that's about it really. Um, yeah, there is the chimneys. I thought this is probably quite. I changed the environment to be quite cold. But if the environment is quite cold, the buildings need some way to heat, some some way to heat up. So I added a chimney with a big black smokestack. Copied it a few times uh, to to add some life to the painting, to give the illusion that people live here, that they're inside because it's cold outside. And yeah, this is the biggest change, the color change with the color balance and stuff like that. Um, I think it fits the cold theme a little bit better. And from now on, it's mainly just adding little details here and there. I could probably add some more details if I worked for 2 or 3 hours on it, but that it's mainly just adding more details. You can see what's going on. It's a little village, maybe a little fishing village, with probably some overlord living in a castle in the background. Not a major town or a major hub, just some random place in a cold environment. So yeah, that's about it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, press the like button, maybe even subscribe. We're still learning. We're also learning more about the YouTube stuff, and we hope to make more interesting paintings and interesting videos as well. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.